Hi everyone, this is Jilly Little Zen Crone, and I don't know, I have hit some button on my iPad and there's a different camera setting. It doesn't look quite the same, so hopefully it's going to be okay for you guys. I think somehow I've hit landscape, and yeah, it's not, I don't know, it looks different, so I hope that it's going to be okay when I upload the video. Anyway, day 2 of the Self-Compassion Challenge that Jen from Science to Soul Tarot and Transformation, aka Hen, has put out there. I will link her video below. I think I forgot to do that in my last video. I'm sorry, Hen, but I will link her channel and the video below. And what we're doing is just doing a daily pull and trying to see how that card speaks to us about self-compassion. And, you know, self-compassion is something that, you know, we don't think about. I don't think I ever, as a kid or even a young adult, thought about self-compassion. As a matter of fact, growing up, I was taught anyway that any kind of thought that I had about myself, you know, taking care of myself, doing something for myself, putting myself first, was selfish. And I thought a lot about that, and I thought, you know, first of all, it's not true, but selfishness is kind of a state of mind. And self-compassion is a state of heart, you know? So, yeah, we all need to give ourselves self-compassion, and really we need to do this to be healthy. So yesterday I said that I was going to think up 10 kind of little sayings or mantras and write them in my journal, and I was wondering whether or not I could come up with 10 or not. I did, and I will show you. I'm not going to read them, but I don't know, you can probably see some of them anyway. And I said that I had a deck of cards that I was going to use for inspiration. And it's these cards. They're the Power Thought cards by Louise Hay. I think there's 64 of them in here. And they're little cards that have like a affirmation and then something on the back as well. There's bunches of them in here, different colors, different handwriting. You know, some of them pertain, some of them not so much, but they will pertain to somebody out there, right? So I used those for inspiration, and it was a great exercise. So thank you, Hen, for putting that out there. All right. And, oh no, where did my card go? Oh, here it is. Okay, so at the end of our time together, and do I have my cards? I do. I pulled the 10 of Fire as my card to talk about today in terms of self-compassion. And what I learned from looking at the guidebook for this deck, which is the Witch's Wisdom, it's the deck I'm working with until I'm done. And is that this card depicts the longest day of the year. So it's the winter solstice. For us in the Northern Hemisphere, we celebrate that December 21st, and it's coming up for the people down under here real soon. And we have depicted in this picture here, we have fire lit on candles lit all over the ground. And are there some in the trees? Not sure. But anyway, these candles are lit here to help people find their way home. And home is a sanctuary, right? This is tying into my whole work that I'm doing right now, the cards that I pulled for today's exploration of the Witch's Wisdom Tarot. But home is sanctuary. Home is refuge. Home is a place where we get to not only take off our coats, but, you know, take off that person that we have to be in the office. Take off that person that we have to be at school, and we can just really let our hair down and be ourselves. And that in and of itself is a function of self-love, just really getting to know ourselves. Sometimes life goes along so quickly that somewhere around, late teens, early 20s, sometimes even later, we sort of have this whoa moment in our lives where, we stop and we are kind of asking ourselves, who the heck am I? Who am I really? Like, what are my likes? What do I love? What nourishes me? And then just finding our way back home to ourselves. I love candlelight, and this card reminded me of that. I don't light candles in the house so often in the winter. I mean, in the summer. I light them very often in the winter. But in the summer, it's later, so much later at night. Sometimes we'll put a fire in the chimney outside, or, we'll go to somebody's house that's having a bonfire. That's a little bit different for me. Candlelight, candlelight evokes a peacefulness to me, and kind of, Phyllis Curott says in the book, reverence. And I think that's a really good, that's a really good word to use. It's a good descriptive word. I remember, the lighting of the candles at church, and, just the hush that would come over the congregation as those candles were lit. And feeling at that time that you were really in a special place. And the same is true for me at home. I light a candle when I meditate. And that is very settling and centering to me. And in the wintertime, I will, I don't know if you can see in the background by the windows, there's bookcases, and I'll line that bookcase with candles, and then I'll put candles on each one of the tables that are next to where we sit on the sofa, and end tables, and I light them all. And there's this beautiful glow and this feeling of comfort and peace. Mr. Honey says when he walks in from work and sees the candles, his whole, he just goes, and that's sort of what candlelight does. And that is a function of self-love and self-compassion. That is a feel-good thing for me, and it often also puts me into a quiet mode, If I have the candles lit, the TV's usually not on, There might be some soft music playing, but, I can think about things. I can work things out. More easily, maybe? Yeah, because there's just this protectiveness about candlelight. And even in this, in the book, she says that, these candles, one is a flicker of light, but together they form a circle of protection. And that's kind of how I feel when I light my candles at home. I feel this circle of protection come over me. So that's my self-compassion for the day. Let's see what card I get next. So we'll shuffle a little bit here. I hope that you all are having good days and are enjoying this challenge. I'm so glad that that Jen did this again. Okay, one more time. I'm gonna cut the deck today, I think. All right, let's see what this is. This is, it's a water card, and I saw this card when I was resetting the deck. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay. I saw this card when I was resetting the deck, and it kind of got my attention. So I'm really glad that I got this, and we'll see what comes up. But it's the Five of Water. All right. See you guys tomorrow with what I come up with for self-compassion with the Five of Water. And until then, have a great day. See you soon.